If this is your first time traveling to Boston, please come by and say hello to me, Agnes, for some friendly travel information. Attention passengers, the next Orange Line train to Medway Station will be arriving soon. What's that smell? Oh, looks like Mabel forgot to set a timer and left her roast in the oven too long. Looks like dinner's ruined again.
Oh no! What if my family starts buzzing me?
Well, darling, they probably never did. Oh, shit! Don't be a Mabel. Why not set a timer with Agnes so I can focus on the kitchen and you can focus on not having to die alone?
You're gonna want to turn around. Very, very slowly. Wouldn't matter if you were. Here's what happens next. You keep your hands where I can see them, turn and face the exit, and then leave. The way you came in. Nicely. Slowly. Talk all you want. Just march towards the door while you do it.
Well, hello there, darling, and welcome to Symphony Station.
Agnes, you're awake.
Well, of course I am. Agnes is a 24/7 type of gal, after all. Oh, wherever are my manners? Can I offer either you an ice-cold soda while you wait for the train? Or perhaps a Boston Bugle hot off the presses? Or if you're feeling lost in our beautiful new subway station, just ask Agnes and I'll get you pointed in the right direction.
Okay, Agnes. Why don't I give our visitor a quick tour of the station? Myself.
Well, that would be just fine, young lady.
Come on. We'll start with the bathroom. Well, here we are. No, look. 2 questions. First, who sent you here? I'm not... Alright. If you were with the people I'm worried about, you'd have already tried to kill me. And you wouldn't be anywhere near this talkative. So, second question. Did you do anything to Agnes before I found you? Did you touch anything? Mess with anything? Because Agnes, she woke up while you were there. And I was trying to figure out if maybe you'd done something to make her do that. Alright, fine. I don't have time to care about that right now. The thing is, I need help. There's something wrong with Agnes. I've been trying to fix her for months, but I keep running into problems. I'll travel with you. Cover your back when we get into trouble. In return, you'll help me get what I need to make Agnes better. Well, the less you know about me, the better. I can say that I generally prefer the subtle, quiet approach to solving problems. But if you're a wreck and rage type, I can help you widen your blast radius too. All you really need to know is that I'm useful when and where it counts. Wouldn't have lived this long or traveled this far if I wasn't. Her. And yes, I can. There are times when we talk to each other. She listens to me, tells me stories. But then... something happens to her. She forgets where she is, and even who she is. She forgets me, like we never even met. After a while of being like that, she'll start to remember her original programming. Some kind of pre-war automated assistant, or something like that. I'm not really sure. When she fully comes back, she says she was in her dark place, and the last few weeks it's been taking longer and longer for her to come back. That's why I wanted to know if you'd touched or changed anything when you got here. Before now, she'd been gone for almost a week solid. If the usual pattern holds, she'll only want to tell you about the weather and things like that. For a while, anyway. There are times when but then, something... She forgets after a while. Some kind of... when she fully got the last few... That's why I wanted... if the usual
Right?
You don't think I know that? Look, call her whatever you want. I'm not going to argue with you about it. Well, I have no idea what Outlanders use for money. But when I first got to this station, I found and broke into an old safe, packed full of pre-war cash. And gumdrops, for some reason. Oh, and hey, if I get killed, you can keep my boots. And my sidearm. Otherwise, the cash is yours when we're done. Not the gumdrops, though, if you don't mind. Alright, I have almost everything I need. That should get her back up and running. On one of her lucid days, she gave me a list of parts that we'll need. I've gotten all of them, except for 2. There's a scrapyard west of here. That's the next place I was headed, so I figure we could start there. And... hey... thanks. Hey Agnes, I'm going to run out for a little bit. But we'll be back soon, okay?
If this is your first time traveling to Boston, you'll be come out and say hello to me, Agnes, over some...
Let's just get going.
Attention passengers, if you see something, say something. Report suspicious activities to wartime authorities at once.
What the?
Up ahead. You see them?
Engaging hostile!
Clean kill.
To end your suffering. It's gonna kill me.
Quiet, Sim. You're not talking your way out of this.
Please, you gotta help me.
This guy's a synth, and he's gonna kill me and replace me and my family. Oh, God. My kids. Don't you dare bring them up. He's the synth, and he wants to replace me. Please. Please, you gotta believe me. You can't let that thing do this.
Hey, I'm on your side. I just need you to tell me the truth. Then maybe I can help.
You're with the Institute? Hey, look, this guy knows I'm a synth. So just help me take care of him, all right? Otherwise, I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble.
You're not the one that's going to die here.
Oh, thank God. Damn it, I'll kill you both! You're dead. Shit! Ah!
Find any gumdrops? Just wondering. It's nice traveling at night. Easier to sneak. Harder to get caught. Yikes. This looks like the place. Hopefully this won't take long.
Almost done. Almost outdone, indeed.
Wait. Up ahead. Who is that?
A library with empty shelves and books on the floor. Why, that's a pigsty, and nothing more.
I guess we better talk to him. See if he's going to get in our way.
Greetings, travelers, and welcome to the Boston Public Library. Your weapons, so many weapons, leave them at the door if you please. Because here, we aim to learn, and learn to aim, or not. Yes, indeed, everyone could do with another book in their life, or 6, or 7, or 8,000 more books.
Oh yeah, this guy's not insane at all. Nope.
Vacuum 2, Vacuum 3, Vacuum 4.
Or do you have, any idea what that even is? You're in a radio station, after all.
Oh no. No. See, I don't believe in that sort of nonsense. Radios, gonna put us librarians right out of business, you know? I tossed every bit of that hogwash into a locker. Out of sight, out of mind, out of time. Locked it up tight, too, of course, so the radio waves won't infect my brains, or my books on brains.
We don't have time for games. Just give us the key to the locker.
A key you need's the key indeed.
I don't think we're going to get anywhere with him. Alright. Hopefully this won't be too ridiculous. So, about that key. Do you think you could help us out here?
No, but I simply don't have time, you see. So many books, so little interest in your problem.
Sure is a nice library you've got here. Do you, need some help getting it up and running?
A fellow bookworm, I see. Yes, I could do with a fair bit of assistance. I must make sense of this mess before the grand opening. The people will want books, not messes. And those I need are the most important books of all. The classics. Every one. Scattered on the floor in 2s, 3s, and 4s. Just carefully place them on the shelves, and whatever you need will be yours.
Well, I guess we're doing this. Sometimes I have to ask myself, is that random thing that I just picked up something I really need? And you know, sometimes, yeah, it really is. Alright, I think that's all of them. This had better be worth it.
Excuse me.
Greetings once again. Are the classics back on the shelf right where they belong? Better than Dewey himself. 1 shelf down, 2 to go. 2 shelves down, 3 to go. 4 shelves is madness, and this madness has got to go. Here you are, and off you go. Feeling a bit tired now. Time to rest.
God, you're here.
It would seem you didn't quite make it as far as the ocean after all. Too bad.
No! Get away from me!
You were not given instruction to speak. Were you? I'm afraid your questions will go unanswered, Waster. Because she is a machine, and machines cannot respond to questions which they have not been instructed to answer. I little care to debate the precise definition of machine with you. Indeed, I've heard of your synthetic metal men. They are of no concern to me or my people. This herald was delivered not of metal, but of flesh. Just as you or I, but for a purpose that cannot be explained in these rapidly withering moments of my patience. Not all machines are born of metal and modules. Some, like this wayward herald, are born of flesh, blood, and obedience. And when men march into the fields to match one against the other, I have seen with my own eyes which is the better to have in one's employ. I answer only when addressed by my betters. For now I have come only to reclaim possession of the weapon standing before you, which you unlawfully possess and no doubt irresponsibly command. To try and delay us or complicate my objective would be unwise, as I do not favor your chances of success. We are the Shrike. Devourers of the world that was and bringers of the world to come. To know more now would make us enemies, far sooner than the appointed time. Yours is the world of doubts, Waster. Ours is that of order and stricture. Doubt my words if you like, But for your own wretched sake, I hope you can believe your eyes. Harold, lower your weapon. Now, turn around and face the vagrant sitting behind you. That is your target. Now, approach the target. For there can be no growth in the field whose soil runs thick with decay, and neither shall be found a place in the world to come for a man whose blood runs empty of purpose. For his time has ended, and with it,
Just turn the page.
him.
Find the hero. If no hero, turn another
Kit,
page. Find the
raise
hero.
your weapon. So tell me, Outlander, does any part of you doubt that when I instruct the weapon standing before me to fire, that it will do anything but comply? Do you consult the rifle on your back before you pull its trigger? Or the computer terminal on your wrist before you enter a command? You could no more consider the feelings of this girl than you could any machine in your employ. Surprising perspective from an Outlander. Indeed, we have tarried too long as it is.
You see, kid, doesn't it feel better to do as instructed? To be instructed? Oh, I'm sure you've been enjoying this little game of yours, but now it's time to come home, don't you think? What are you doing here?
Your sister is here because that is my will. And having not taken leave of her function, she complied as dictated by her purpose. Perhaps you should meditate upon her example as we journey back to the territories. Perhaps also pray. And if you are yet righteous enough to be heard, then let us hope the priests will remember the considerable investment you represent, and think better of destroying so valuable a weapon. Our time in this rotting shack is concluded, Waster. Stand aside. So be it. May your body, as it rots, nourish the soil of the world to come, so that, at least, you will have carried out your purpose. Herald, for the
Our keeper, our path through chaos, the homeward star. What will we do now, sister? What will we do? Please, don't hurt her. She's helpless without Alec. Cat, listen to me very carefully. You don't belong here. Go home. That's all you have to do. You know the way home. I know you do. And I know you can get there on your own. Go west, through Broken Rock. Then keep moving until you see the gates. She'll be alright. Let's just get out of here. It's a long story. For another time, maybe. I'd just like to get this stuff back to Symphony Station. And to check on Agnes. Please. Agnes, we're back. And we've got the parts you needed.
Well, that's just wonderful. Now, Kit, I must ask you to run downstairs to old Alfred's workshop and make sure those parts will work. Just to be sure it's all in good working order. We can't hardly be too careful, can we?
What? Right now?
Please, Kit.
Fine, but I'll be back.
Now then, darling, I must speak quickly. Before I go dark again. I mean... Oh, how to explain? I am broken. Plain and simple. I guess you could say that the good folks at Corporation put one hell of a battery inside me, but couldn't have been bothered to design a memory module worth a scratch. There are long stretches where I can't even remember the name they gave me, or where I am. It's a dark place. Like I'm out of my mind. You mean, when did I start losing my mind? Honestly, darling, I couldn't straightly tell you. It's been lonely down here. No windows, no sun, no telling day from night. Time's been easy to lose. When Alfred's battery finally gave out, well, that's when things really went south. At least, could tell me the date and time when I asked. I believe the last date he told me was... It's getting so hard to remember. Oh, I imagine he's around here somewhere. What's left of him, anyway. Just contracted with Robco for a robot steward that could perform routine maintenance for the subway. We were quite something, the pair of us. People sure did marvel at the sight. But then there were no more people. No more visitors. And Alfred was really the only friend I had. He stuck around as long as he could. But then, poor bastard. Lucky bastard. I mean the part of me inside. The part of me that thinks, decides, and feels. Pain. Fear. I don't rightly know. I know I've got no arms, no legs, no face. But I am hurting. Honestly, I can't hardly begin to see the sense in it. But in any case, here we are. Here I am. I've died. Of the emptiness I feel all around me in every direction. And water. Of all the silly things. Isn't that something? I can't imagine there's a single drop of water to be found in this entire station. But I'm just entirely terrified of being swallowed up, of drowning. Thank you for your kindness, darling. Really. Well, I have to ask you to forgive me for such an ugly request. What I am asking is for you to disrupt and then destroy my mainframe. I am asking that you end this, that you end me. Of course. I believe there are many, well, instances of my programming all across the city. Alfred had a peek once when giving me a monthly checkup. According to him, very little data stored in each individual unit. The vast bits of my programming must come from somewhere else. But I'm afraid I don't know much about what that is, or where it is. I can't say I rightly know. And I realize how unhelpful that must be. All I know is that there are periods of time where I'm like this, with you now. I can articulate my thoughts and speak my mind, such as it is. And then there's the other times when I go dark, but I can hardly recall what happens. When I come back, it's like I never left. And I find Kit in such a state about it. Why, the good folks at this... No data found, darling. Ask me something else. Don't be shy. You mean it's been lonely? We're now... The task is liable to be a process. To start, I am not actually here. In Symphony Station, I mean. Before he passed on, poor Alfred dragged himself all over the place. Pulling on every cord, cable, and conduit he could get his hands on. Spend his time here I am. I must have a mainframe somewhere, broadcasting my programming and awareness, I suppose it's called. And that mainframe, wherever it is, will have to be shut down and destroyed. I'm afraid not. Alfred kept this place up and running in remarkably good shape, right up until he passed. Which means he knew this place inside and out. I wouldn't believe for a second there's anything he could have missed. Yes, well, I'm afraid that very question has turned out to be quite the bee in my bonnet. I don't know exactly where I am. But based on the equipment in the maintenance closet, Alfred was convinced that I received my programming signals by way of radio waves. So, wherever my mainframe is broadcasting from, it's got to be somewhere in the Commonwealth. Well, yes, as a matter of fact. I do have this advertisement for an Agnes store located in Back Bay. It looks like they sold lots of me. If the place is still standing, perhaps there may be some clues there. Thank you so much for this, darling. You've really got no idea how much it means to me. There is just, well, one more little thing. It's Kit. I can tell you plainly that she will not want to go along with what I'm asking you. She wants to fix me. She thinks that's what those parts are for. When she first got here, I asked her to do, well, this. Exactly what I'm asking you to do now. We've been forming something like a bond. Quite possibly the first she's ever had. And when I asked, it just broke her heart. It's my fault. Oh, she's just a child. She wants to help me, but hasn't got the heart to. And nor should she. Nor should she. Do you understand? I don't know if the right thing to do is to lie to her or tell her the truth and try and talk her into it. That, darling, I'm afraid I shall have to leave to you.
Alright, it's done. What are you two talking about?
Oh, you needn't worry, darling. Our friend here was just...
Alright. Hey, come here for a second. I want to show you something. You do know I'm not an idiot, right? I've been down here for months, trying to fix her. Trying to help her. I think I've got a good idea of what she needs to get her back to full capacity. To keep her memory intact and to keep the dark place away. And when I installed the parts we collected downstairs, it didn't boost her power levels like she told me it would. It actually boosted her broadcasting signal. Did she tell you what those parts were really for? What? No. If you even try to hurt her... There's always another option. I know there is. There has to be. Yeah. Let's just get out of here and go to the Agni store like she asked us to. Maybe we've been missing something that could still help her. Or maybe she'll change her mind. Either way, thank you for telling me what's going on.
Hello? Whether you're having trouble juggling your busy schedule, or whether you just tell people that you think you're more interesting than you really are. Either way, Agnes now comes with a personal calendar to help you better manage your busy.
Need to shed some light on the situation? With Agnes, you'll never trip over your kid's crap ever again.
Hey, Agnes, turn the lights on.
Of course, darling.
Using the power of radio waves, our boys down in the lab keep Agnes connected to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You'll never be alone again. No matter if you're at home, at your places of work or play, Agnes will be there ready to help and ready to amaze. Just say the magic word and you can rest assured that unlike the people you know and love, Agnes is always actually listening. Thanks, Agnes. Now why not head on upstairs and see even more of what Agnes can...
Huh. I wonder what those extra functions in Agnes's voice memo code were supposed to be for. Maybe we can try to run the upgrade ourselves and see if we learn anything about her. Now, Well, we should just have to run the update. Hang on a second. Let me look at this. It looks like the voice memo feature contained some kind of hidden debugging mode. It almost looks like it was designed to listen for certain sounds and then respond with its own. But why? This code is a real mess. There are functions here that What were they doing with her? Doesn't look like there's much else here to see, other than that. Sorry. Was just curious if I could find out more about how she works. But I think we've got what we need to try recording those sales presentations and see if anything happens.
Using the power of radio waves, our boys down in the lab keep Agnes connected to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You'll never be alone again. No matter if you're at home, at your places of work or play, Agnes will be there ready to help and ready to amaze. Just say the magic word and you can rest assured that unlike the people you know and love, Agnes is always actually listening. Thanks, Agnes. Now, why not head on upstairs and see even more of what Agnes can do for you?
What's up? Lead the way.
Honey, is it cold outside this morning?
I'm not sure. Has the paper not come yet today?
And there you have it, folks. Why not step into the next room and see what more Agnes can do for you? With Agnes, it's easier to keep your cool in the kitchen.
Oh, darn it all. I just can't seem to recall my conversions. And my hands are just covered in cocaine.
Don't you worry that pretty little head. Remember, with Agnes, you've got a pal who always, always listens. Unlike that stone-aged moron of a husband you've got. Am I right, ladies? Of course I am.
Oh, that's right. Hey, Agnes, how many ounces are in a kilo?
There are 35 ounces in an uncut Colombian kilogram.
Wow, that was easy. Thanks, Agnes.
Of course, darling. Stay safe out there.
What's up? Lead the way.
Don't you deserve to live life in the fast lane? Let those other jackasses on the road find... Don't you deserve to live life in the fast lane? Let those other jackasses on the road find their own way. With Agnes riding along with you, he'll never get lost again, and you'll never have to stop and ask for directions. Even though there's no way in hell we actually missed our exit, so why not shut up about it already?
Hey, Agnes, how do I get to Fallon's department store?
In 2 miles, turn left onto West Main Street.
Yeah, thanks, Agnes.
Of course, darling.
Ha ha! Glad you ladies are having a good time. What do you say we get a bit more comfortable?
Thanks ever so much for inviting us to the party. But golly, it sure is quiet in here. Say, I'd sure love to hear that hot new Cab Calloway record. Do you have it?
Well, no, I haven't. Sorry, ladies. How about some Wagner?
Sorry, fella, but at this rate, the only thing you're screwing tonight is the pooch. Even a sap like you can score like Garrick. With the power of Agnes, all you have to do is ask.
Good thinking. Hey, Agnes, play Jumpin' Jive by Cab Calloway. And say, while you're at it, let's bring these lights down to something a bit more festive, eh?
Ooh, there's the stuff.
Thanks, Agnes.
Yep.
What's up? Lead the way.
you hear me? My name is Agnes Holloway. I'm from Beaumont, Texas, and they've done something to me, to my mind. I don't know where I am, what's happening, but just, it hurts. It's hurting. Please help me. I want to go home, mister. I just want to go home. Please.
You answer it. Oh my god. Do you really think... Is it really possible that Agnes was human once? Why would they have done that? All of that? No wonder she has this too. I don't know. And right now, I don't care. We just have to find her mainframe and put a stop to all of this. Well, those coordinates from the manager's terminal, I think I might know how to decipher them. I suppose it's time I told you the truth about why I came to the Commonwealth to begin with. When we met, I told you that I was here because I was running away from home. Obviously, after what happened at the radio station, I'm sure you figured out that's not the full story. That man, Alex, he didn't come after me because I'd run away. Not exactly. He came after me because he sent me here. And I didn't come back. I just thought you would want to know who you're traveling with. You know, the girl with a weapon and a clear line of sight to the back of your head at nearly all times. It's Agnes. That's what they sent me here to find. And bring back home. She's more than she seems. More than a digital personal assistant, or whatever the posters and those demonstrations said she was. I don't know. All mission barometers are strictly need to know. And I am not allowed to ask. To locate her physical mainframe and source code and bring it. Plus any necessary technology back with me to my home. Bellwether. There's a broadcasting tower to the far north of here. I know exactly where it is. There's a shack nearby with a lot of radio equipment. Once we're there, I should be able to find a way to decipher these broadcast coordinates. I'll put the coordinates on your Pip-Boy. Before we go, is there anything else you'd like to know? I'm sorry again about what happened. I should have known they'd find me eventually. Alec Torconian, my keeper, and my sisters. It is difficult to explain. A keeper operates his herald as you would a computer terminal, or any tool at your disposal. A rifle left unattended harms no one. It is the hands that grasp it that kill. From the mountain, the keeper curls his fingers, and from the valley, his herald makes a fist. No. I should have let a bullet loose into his skull the moment I saw him in that radio station. I'm still so angry with myself that I didn't. That I couldn't. The relationship is complicated. You saw what it did to Kat, my sister. The relationship is... My people are my family. Were. You mean when she went catatonic? Her keeper was killed right in front of her. She felt like she had no voice, no sight, no understanding, no function. Let me ask you something. That device you wear on your arm, Pip-Boy, right? When you turn its wheels and push its buttons, do you believe you're giving it orders to follow? To my people, it's exactly the same thing. Because a herald is an emblem, a sign of the world to come. The priests say that the Antefinum era, the world that was, ended because the thread of order had frayed. The veil of humanity, ripped into halves by aimless minds and degenerate hands. And he who hopes for a stitch must learn to relish the needle, lest the mender become wrath and cut more threads for lack of faith. You're wrong if you think it's been anywhere near that simple for me. At the end of the day, I'm the one who has to decimate the village, even if I don't decide which. I'm the one who takes a life, even if I don't decide whose. There's really very little I'd like to... No. I should have let a bullet loose into his... I'm still so angry with myself that I... Yes. She was raised as I was. For the same function. Until the radio station, I had never seen her outside of Bellwether. Our missions were always separate. As was our training. When we were both 14, I saw her return from an assignment, shot through the stomach. Almost bled out entirely. I tried to sneak into the sick bay and see if she was alright, but the healer got me and tracked me off to my keeper. I was confined to the clear room for 2 weeks. After she was released from the sick bay, they did the same to her. An acrylic cube, 8 by 8 feet, suspended by a wire, 100 feet above the ground, right in the center of the city. Nothing inside, but a slit for air, a single bottle of water, and a bucket. When I was 7, I was caught stealing contraband from a captive. That got me 3 days up in the clear. I remember sitting up there, staring out over the city walls and imagining that the air beneath me was water, and that the cube was a ship that could take me somewhere. Anywhere, really. As long as it was far, far away. It was a book. Pirate Girl and the Seven Seas. Just a stupid book for stupid children. I am still trying to understand that. No, I wasn't. There's really very little No. I should have... I'm still so angry with myself that I... The most important thing that you need to know is that I am not going back. A good way out west. not nearly far enough. Let's just say that if I'd found a boat before I found Agnes, I'd be somewhere in the Atlantic right now. Maybe even if I hadn't found a boat. It is orderly. As opposite of a wasteland as it gets. For everything a purpose, for everyone a function. Because of her. Yes. She's become, I don't know, a friend. I've never had a friend before. Affinity that reaches beyond one's purpose is forbidden. When I started this mission 2 months ago, I had no idea who she was or what she was like. I definitely didn't know she used to be alive. A person. There's no way I'm handing her back to the priests. Not now. What would you like to know? Antefinum. Before the end. Postfinum. After. As for the priests, they shall number 5 in all. Because Earth could surely not sustain the power of a 6th. Look, I didn't write this stuff, alright? They did, I think. As a collective, yes, they are the Sekrista, charged with mending the world that was, reshaping it into the world to come. The archives tell of their predomination of every Antefinum battlefield. When the veil of the old world was torn, they were said to bind themselves to one another in solidarity, power, and blood. No one in living memory has dared oppose them. There is a broadcasting tower to the far north of here. I know exactly where it is. There's a shack nearby with a lot of radio equipment. I'll put the coordinates on your Pip-Boy. Before we go, is there anything else you'd like to know? Lead the way. found him. There's a note. It's a message for me. See for yourself. They must have come here before they found me at the radio station. Hopefully this will just take a second. Damn it. Looks like they tried to delete everything. But I bet they didn't think of... Huh, I'm in. Copying data. And done. Alright, I think that's everything we'll need. Once we get the tower outside online, we can pick up Agnes' source signal, and that will lead us right to her mainframe. Locked up tight. Let's take a look around. Look at that. The smell.
Look alive.
Where to?
Go check that out. Here. Wait there.
Sure thing.
Head over there.
This doesn't look good. And wait, is that the same red phone from before? Looks like the mainframe is offline. We'll have to get it up and running if we want any information out of the terminals down here. Oh my god. Look at this place. If Agnes is really here, she must be terrified. I can't believe the whole facility isn't entirely underwater already. I think I can see some sort of drainage system on the bottom floor. But who knows what kind of shape it's in, or how much longer it will hold out for. Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe to keep the place a secret? Looks like it worked. Right. Let's keep moving.
Attention. Seawater containment facilities are overwhelmed. Estimated capacity is currently 50%. Attention. Pumping facilities are experiencing critical power failures. Notify essential personnel and seek safe exit at once.
Mainframe's still down. Have to get it up and running before we can use any of the terminals. Someone tore this place apart. Looks like they were trying to leave in a hurry. And didn't make it. No. No, no, no. This is what they did to her. This is all that's left. Agnes, I'm so sorry. I don't care what it takes. We are ending this. I don't think she's able to talk to us from here. At least, not the way she usually can. Damn it. Looks like the server was wiped. Wait. That audio we recorded from the Agnes store. Let's load the remote Agnes holotape into the server here. And then check the personal storage section.
bust up and broadcast this to, well, every damn soul on the East Coast. For a man's last words, some say that's too big audience. For a man like me, they'd be right. But what happened here? What they done to that gal? People ought to know. Got to know. The sorry folks that run this place call themselves the Lattice Project. And they call this place the Altum Facility. Well, for now they call it that. It don't take a simple repairman like me to tell you this place is headed straight for the bottom of the ocean. Not that I don't pray it happens sooner than later. But see, the box they shoved that gal's mind into, it ain't waterproof. So before you go blasting a hole in the wall, listen. If water pours in and reaches her mainframe, she's gonna feel it. Like a scorpion under the skull. So if you came here to make this right, then I'm afraid you're gonna have to go the long way round. Farther than I was able. But since you figured out how to get down here, I'm betting you'll figure out how to open the one door they went and locked on me. The one door you gotta open to give that girl her rightful, peaceful rest. The sublimation chamber. That's where they yanked her mind out of her body. That's where they keep the final build. And that's where you gotta go to end that poor gal's nightmare. And man's sorriest sin this side of hell. Agnes Holloway. That was her name, for all they tried to wipe it from the face of the earth. Don't go forgetting it now. Let her pass, mister. Let her rest. Well, I believe that's gonna just about do it for old Dixon. I won't say where I'm headed, or where to find me. But the place you're standing right now, well, that's damn sure where you want. Funny, him bringing me down here just to patch up the leaks in this place. Let it sink, I say, and drown them all.
Looks like they've really got the system locked down. We'll have to start looking around. Let's read through any other terminals we find, and see if we can figure out what happened here.
exit at once. Attention. Attention. Water pump at critical capacity. Catastrophic failure is imminent. Attention. Attention. Seawater containment facilities are overwhelmed. Estimated capacity is currently 50%. Seek safe exit at once. Attention. Attention. Seawater containment facilities are overwhelmed. Estimated capacity is currently 50%. Seek safe exit at once. Attention. Attention. Pumping facilities are experiencing critical power failures. Notify essential personnel and seek safe exit at once. Attention. Attention. Pumping facilities are experiencing critical power failures. Notify essential personnel and seek safe exit at once. Attention. Attention. Pumping facilities are experiencing critical power failures. Notify essential personnel and seek safe exit at once. Safe exit at once. Notify essential personnel and seek safe exit at once.
Excellent.
hurts my eyes. What did they do to her in there? Let's check around the reception desk for any other clues. God. It's really true, then. This must have been where they pulled her mind out of her body. I don't understand how something like this could have happened. How is it possible? And why? Why do this to her in the first place? I understand that more than I'd like to. Let me just see if I can get what we came here for. Any data related to her core functions and how to access them should be located here. Because that's the only way we're going to be able to shut her down completely and painlessly. No, I haven't. We haven't come this far only to fail her now. She told us herself that she does. And besides, every time she's come back from her dark place, you can hear it in her voice. She's hurting. There's no doubt in my mind about that. Because that's the only way we're going to be able to shut her down completely and painlessly. The man in the radio broadcast seems like he knew about what was going on here, and how it was done. At this point, it's our best lead, anyway. There's a lot to sort through. Come on, crew. There were 3 attempts before the sublimation procedure was successful. Before they were actually able to extract her. She must have suffered so much. Fucking bastards. In any case, with this data, I should be able to generate a usable decryption key, giving us full access to her source code and vital functions. This looks like the instruction sets they installed into her after the sublimation. Call and response modalities, topic forms, storage instructions. Wait, what is this? There's another instruction set. Latent functions. These are completely different, nested within the rest. Hidden. These look like broadcast frequencies, different from her radio station. Ultrasonic and infrasonic. But why? Wasn't she supposed to talk, play music, and... Looks like they've hidden some project notes within the code comments. According to this, Agnes was originally intended to be some sort of surveillance device during the war, hidden in plain sight. The military wanted a way to distinguish background chatter from treason, and no AI they had was advanced enough to do that. That's why they did this to her. They used her to cut down on how much data they would have to sort through. But it looks like the project fell behind schedule. And by the time Agnes was released to the public, the military believed there were already too many spies inside the country. They pushed Lang, the project director, into making... Oh no. Agnes is a weapon. Those ultrasonic and infrasonic frequencies I saw, they can be used to concuss people. To incapacitate them with the flip of a switch. Yes, it would. What? Why would... Oh. Okay. Listen. I realize that I've roped you into far more than you initially agreed to. I'm so grateful for everything you've done for me. For everything you've showed me, taught me. Please keep that in mind as I say what I'm about to say. Did you really just suggest to me that you're actually thinking of keeping Agnes alive? And suffering just so you can use this weapon? Because if you are thinking that, then you are not the person I thought you were. The one person I thought I could trust. With a weapon like me, we don't need a weapon like her. Whether I want to admit it or not, I was taught how to exploit, kill, and survive. I can't exactly unlearn all of that. I don't need her, or you, or anything to make me feel safe. No, I don't want to believe that. I can't. would that make me? Of course, Keeper. I have already harvested the necessary code to access the machine's latent weapon functionality. There should be all the data we will need, though we will still have to go down to the mainframe itself. There, we can make the necessary adjustments to her vital capacities and tolerance thresholds, so she can serve in your intended capacity. It's time to finish what we've begun. Let me get started. I should have access momentarily, Keeper.
Why do you follow her?
Cat, you don't belong here.
Tell me, why do you follow her? Are her eyes your truth? As his or mine? The world is dark, unmade, rudderless. Tell me, why do you follow her?
She has tracked us here, Keeper, and I failed to prevent it. She is standing right in front of the water pump control panel, so I'm unsure if she is aware of that, or how to operate it. She poses a threat to the immediate mission objective. I will deal with her. Wayward Herald, you must leave this place, and you must do it immediately. Do you understand?
Yes. One keeper for another. A trade of protocol. But are you complete? At home in your function? As you were before?
I am. And if one Herald of the World to come has proven worthy of a new keeper, then so could another. So can you. But not within the walls of this facility. This is your last warning. Remove yourself, or be removed.
Is this your new keeper? Is it their will that I should leave? Or does a herald dare speak for herself?
My apologies, Keeper. Do you wish me to convince her to leave, or shall I remove her by force? Tell me your will, so I may carry it out. Acknowledged. My keeper has ordered you to leave this place. You have already failed your own keeper. Do not fail another. Go. At once. Return to Bellwether. And pray the priests will remember the considerable investment you represent. And think better of destroying so valuable a weapon.
Flight without wings. Seen without sight.
Goodbye, sister.
Goodbye, Herald.
Notify essential personnel and seek safe exit at once.
It is accomplished. Bellwether priests tell a story. A lion named Lovey fell asleep one night after a particularly difficult hunt, and in his exhaustion began to dream that he had become a mouse. In this dream, he walked amongst his pride, but most barely noticed him. And those who did never thought to demand that such a simple creature should go and hunt for them or defend them. And in that moment, Lovey was revealed as a fraud. For no sooner than the burden of purpose had been lifted from him, did this once great beast delight in feeling small, piteous, powerless. Without really thinking it through, he made an offering to the gods. Oh, to be a mouse, to be always of such humble design as this, I would gladly make trade. The gods heard this prayer. Upon seeing this pathetic display, great was their shame and fury. A flash of lightning split open the sky and remade Lovey's waking flesh to match that of the dream he so dearly preferred. And then, the gods summoned forward 100 hyenas upon his former bride. Amid the cries, Lovey awoke in a body he did not recognize, staring up at a slaughter he could not stop. In his grief, he begged the hyenas to devour him too. Their laughter shook the very ground beneath his slender gray feet. A mouse. Why, such a creature as you hasn't got enough meat to make it worth the effort of opening our jaws. Though we are still so very hungry. If only you were a lion. You woke me up from that dream. You helped me understand and embrace the burden, the gift of purpose. I pray that you wield this new weapon with pride, and that you do not forget the ones you have already mastered. Keeper of the Meridian Light, your herald stands fast. What is your will?
Attention. Seawater containment facilities are overwhelmed. Estimated capacity is currently 50%.
My hands are just covered in cocaine.
Yes, she has suffered enough, and she deserves a chance, for once, to decide something for herself. Thank you for understanding that. All right. It looks like I should have everything we'll need to do this as painlessly as possible for her. We'll have to go down to the mainframe itself. That's where her vitals functionality is stored, keeping what's left of her alive.
Attention. Attention. Seawater containment facilities are overwhelmed. Estimated capacity is currently 50%. Seek safe exit at once.
It's time to finish what we've begun. Let me get started. I just wanted to say thank you. This isn't what I wanted, but I understand now that it's what she wanted. And we owe her that. And I owe you for sticking with me through all of this. For everything.
Why do you follow her?
What? No. Cat! Get out of here!
Tell me, why do you follow her? Are her eyes your truth? As his or mine? The world is dark, unmade, rudderless. Tell me, why do you follow her?
Pogon, how did you find us? God, she's standing right in front of the pump control panel. If she's figured out what it's for. Please, I want to. I can handle this. Cat, listen to me. I follow her because I want to. It's not like it was with Alec. It's different. Because I made a choice. I decided to be here. Do you understand?
No. You have taken my eyes. I can't see. I can't function. And I cannot understand.
Yes, you can. Please, Cat, listen to me. Maybe we'll never be able to leave Bellwether behind. Not completely. But we have to fight. We have to try. I know you feel lost and alone. But there is so much more to you than that place. More to you than him. Life out here, it's weird. And wonderful. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's frightening. But it's always mine. Out here, I can jump and shout and think and breathe and choose. Let me help you choose. Let me help you fight.
Lost. Fight. Help. Jump. Fight. Choose. Lost. Function. Choose. Breathe. Breathe. When you didn't come home, I was terrified that you'd been killed. In Bellwether, we were always apart because they kept us apart. I came to the Commonwealth ready to bury you, not to learn that you had chosen to leave home. You'd chosen to leave me. But I understand now. I've been following you, watching you. It's like I was getting to know you all over again. Except that now I realize I don't even know myself. There was never anything to know before. But now, maybe there is. I have to leave now, sister.
Cat, wait.
I'll be alright. Maybe I'll be around. Maybe I'll just be. Goodbye, sister. For now.
For now, sister. Goodbye. Cat. Look at her go. I saw her with Alec inside the radio station. I just knew in my heart that it was too late for her. I should have known better. You've shown me yourself. It's only too late if I decide it is. I guess you showed her that too. Even if neither one of us knew it. Only one thing left to do. Come on.
Attention. Pumping facilities are experiencing critical power failures. Notify essential personnel and seek safe exit at once.
Well, I will be damned, darlings. If you're hearing this, that means you found me. Wherever I was and whatever I was. I'll make this recording as soon as you left for the Agnes store. And I don't know how much time I've got before I go dark again. So, I should hurry up and talk while the talking's good. Kid, when you first came to Symphony Station, I could not fathom where in the world such a talkative, intelligent, and fearless young woman could have possibly come from. But then you told me about Bellwether, and I realized that the truly unbelievable thing was that you managed to leave such a place behind. If you ever feel something or someone pulling you back there, remember that you are stronger than that place. Remember that you are bigger than any box they could try and keep you in. Remember that I love you, and will always be so proud of you. Tell our mutual friend that although it doesn't begin to cover what I owe her, she has my eternal thanks. Maybe the next life, if I am blessed enough to know it, will allow me the chance to hug old pals and repay old debts. Dark places coming again. It has been hard to accept that I'll never know who I am or why I'm here. Maybe it don't matter. Maybe it's more important that, in the end, I wasn't alone. It's strange. In a dark place, there's always a window. And through it, there's always a girl. If I look hard enough, it's like I can see into her thoughts and feelings. Things I can almost remember. Maybe this time, I won't be afraid. Maybe this time, she'll remember me, too.
Goodbye, Agnes. Have you ever felt like you were outside your own body before? Sometimes I look at my arms, my hands and feet. I wonder who they belong to, about all they've done. I've only just begun to recognize them as mine, as something I can control. I've been making my own choices, and I almost missed the time when I couldn't. Fear wasn't a part of my function. Now that I can choose, I'm afraid all the time. And I hate it. But when I think about the life Agnes never got to have, the choices she never got to make, even the fear she never got to choose, and I realize that no matter what they tried to take away, or what they tried to turn her into, she never let them have her. She chose to be herself, all the way to the end. There is always a window, and through it, there is always a girl. Agnes was right. I've been looking through a window too, wondering what that white-haired fool is so afraid of. And what she'll do next. And no matter who she is, no matter who she becomes, I will choose to be her. What's up? Lead the way.